Greetings, salutations. Welcome to the premiere episode of How Does That Happen? This is a podcast about record holders, should-be record holders, and wannabe record holders. I'm Mark Yaffe. I'm going to be your host. We're live from the Easy 104.1 studios in Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city in the world. I'm sitting here across from the one, the only, the man of the hour, Dave Mancarelli.
Just of the hour? We're not going to be here an hour, are we?
Yeah, probably a quarter of an hour.
Okay, all right. That's better.
Well, we got a great guest, so it could go on for a while.
This is true.
This is the premiere episode. So you are the test case, and I'm sure that's not the first time you've been referred to as test case.
Or patient zero, yeah.
Yeah, please welcome to Ground Zero, Patient Zero, Jim Fleming.
How's it going, Mark? How's it going, Dave?
I'm doing well, Jim. It's always good to see you and that big full head of hair of yours.
Jim is one of our longtime anchor Reno comedians here. He's gone out on the road with myself several times. Dave, you had a chance to take
Jim and I have never worked together on the road unless you consider like Carson City the road. I think we did so many Carson Cities together.
I count it.
Because Jim and I are at the same level.
As long as you didn't walk.
Than Jim and I.
Yeah,
Mark, that's why we've worked.
I'm at a higher level because I'm like 6'2", and you guys are about 5'11", 5'10". So. But no, this guy, very funny man. And we were thinking about, I was pondering what I want to do for this first podcast. And basically the idea behind this thing, we came up with, bouncing on ideas. Maybe you call it Mark Madness, but then that was too much about me. And I wanted to see hey, what are people doing out there that isn't being talked about, and especially extreme behaviors? So, this is going to cover things like, who's been struck by lightning the most times, maybe the guy with the most DUIs. So they're not going to all be as friendly an interview as this, because we know Jim, his criminal past is behind him. He's very safe to be in the studio. So we're going to do most of these interviews by phone. But,
right. You don't have to be back at the halfway house till like 8 p.m., right?
No, and then lights out at 10.
Okay, good. Lights out.
The ankle bracelet doesn't just randomly buzz. It won't interfere with the show, will it?
No, not unless you intoxicate me.
Oh, okay. Well. All right, Dave, get that coffee going. Special brew. So, yeah, Jim, we brought you on here because last time, where were we going when we started discussing this electronic situation?
Oh, somewhere in Montana. Probably. I think we were on.
You guys do all the glamorous gigs together.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fat Boys in Kalispell, Montana. Are you kidding me? And we stayed at the Fleming family vacation house on Flathead Lake.
Yeah, that was great. If there are antlers over the men's bathroom, we've been near there.
Kalispell? That's a real place.
Yeah, right next to
Whitefish.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't know Whitefish?
Of course. Well, what else were we doing on what was the road gig?
We went to Sheridan, Wyoming, too.
See, as you can tell, Mark Yaffe plays all the major venues.
Wow. We are
20-hour return drive
tonight.
That next day.
So we've just
how long?
20 hours.
Home 20 hours.
Yeah.
I think that we just lost a few podcast listeners right there. These guys, what the hell are they doing?
Yes, big celebrities. What are they doing a podcast for? How come the show isn't on NBC? NBC exactly. Kalispell, at least.
Thank you. So yeah, we started, we talk about life, and so there's a lot of time on the road when you get 20 hours. Mm-hmm. And I saw Jim rocking the big flip phone. Mm-hmm. And I think we talked about that. And then when I saw you again, I said, "Hey, I'm coming to my show," and then I saw you're still holding the same damn flip phone from the road gig we did 2 years ago.
Time has passed. Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing still opens. It just.
Oh yeah, it opens. So I'm holding in my hand now. It's about half a pound. It's a flip phone, circa 2007.
What brand?
It is Samsung.
Nice.
Yeah, and this. See, I'm about to close it. That's the sound a woman's vagina makes when she sees this sitting on the bar. Just flap, locked, chastity belt.
And you leave it sitting on the bar, too. That's the kind of guy you are.
I might get a super important text.
From 2008.
Yeah. Right? It's just been traveling. It's been circumnavigating the globe.
Finally made it to your phone.
Were you always a retro guy? Have you always lived in the past?
You've seen my hair, right? Good. That's good pod. Visual. No,
how would you describe his hair, Dave?
Like Bobby Brady after a really tough night out on the town. Probably.
It could be like. This does not sound anti-Semitic because my last name is Yaffe. It could be like it means like Jufro meets like 70s kind of just
got an
little
disco-ness to it.
But it's got a very much friendly flavor at the same time. It's not scary at all.
It's Jufro meets has stopped caring about appearance. Meats has recently run out of Grecian formula.
Meat still uses a cell phone from 2006.
It's actually longer on the sides than it is on the top, which is where we get into like windowless van molester.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's where I was going to say. You don't have that get in my van look at all.
It takes a lot of personality to walk around looking like that.
Well, wait. Let's just review. Get in the van. Scary hair. Flip phone. Where do the ladies find you? Where's your social media?
Form an orderly queue.
Where can they swipe right on this guy?
Good news, ladies. He's got a flip phone. He's not on Tinder.
Now, yeah.
If you stand outside any 7-Eleven in Reno, I will find you.
Eventually, you will run into the gym. So now, Mark said, "Have you always been a retro guy?" You don't have that phone because, like, this is cool retro.
No,
you're just like, hey, this phone works for me.
No, I got this after a really rough weekend. They were selling these in gas stations, like the aforementioned 7-Eleven.
Okay, wait, let me just say, they isn't the guy at the counter or the guy in the parking lot.
The gas station or near the gas station?
At the pump or at the counter.
Okay, all right.
And it was I think $9
if you bought a Slurpee and a hot dog.
Yeah,
in 2000
in 2009, I think.
So that's about $12 in today's 2018 economy.
Bad.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how much these things go for. I don't,
because people want them.
You're going to be amazed at this. They aren't making these flip phones anymore. No. They're out of issue.
You're rocking a collectible.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. You heard that one.
So what the deal was, you buy this at the gas station. You get a phone card with Virgin Wireless. It's been $20 a month for all this time.
That's why Jim has that phone. It's practical.
20 a month. It hasn't even gone up.
No.
How many minutes on the card do you get?
I don't know. I mean, 300, I think. But I mean, who uses that much? It's
unlimited text if your thumbs don't give out.
Yeah,
because that's a lot of text.
Can I take this opportunity to apologize to you, Jim? We've known each other for a long time, and I don't like to talk to anyone on the telephone. And I text you whenever I need you, and I had no idea what you were having to go through to communicate with me through text messages on that thing. I feel bad now.
Right. If I were to spell Mark's name, I would find a word that looks like Mark, probably Mark with a K. Then I delete the K, and then I hit 1, hit 2.
Yeah, because your text. I should go back and say for people that are unaware that you used to have to text that way. You're still texting the way where to get. Say a C, you have to press the 1 key 3 or the 2 key 3.
Yeah. It's like Morse code
So like when I meet a girl in a bar and I'm entering a number, it takes me enough time to enter the name that she's already in a cab speeding away. Or slitting her wrist. There's time to do a lot of stuff. In the cab, slitting her wrist on the way out and asking him to drive over a cliff before I'm done entering the name in.
And you kept this because you're a pragmatist. You're I don't want to say the word cheap, but you're thrifty. So $20 a month for the phone is all you need.
Yeah.
You're not using that to Twinder, tweet,
Twinder.
I don't know. No Instagramming, no.
I'm sent here from the past. I know what those things are, but I have to have them explained to me.
We missed 2008. How's things going over there?
It's good. Disco made a brief comeback. Let's see. The Cubs had still not won a World Series.
Yeah, right. You live in a world where the Cubs are still lovable. I don't know. Mark, what kind of phone do you have?
Dude, I'm not much, but I'm marginally better. This is like a 3.5-year-old iPhone.
What are you, 5?
5 SE.
5 SE.
Yeah. So you got it was the computing power and features of the 6, but it was a smaller version, so it was half the price.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because
I'm up to now. I feel fairly cool right now because I am Samsung Galaxy Note 8.
Damn.
And the Note 9 is not even out yet.
You'll be camping out for that one, right?
No, I got forced into this one. I had an older LG that we switched carriers, and now I have this Note 8, and I'm at that age now where I'm literally, it's not a joke anymore to go. I have to have my daughter come down and send the text message for me because I can't see it and my fingers don't work enough to type.
Awesome.
So
The arthritis
I'm
kicks
almost
in.
as bad a
Touchscreens
shape
either.
as Jim now. Yeah, I might have to go back to this.
If you could see Jim, he's
need
got
to-
the carpal tunnel wristbands on.
Yeah, I can't. You've seen me try to use your phone when I needed to use the internet for something, and my fat fingers, I might as well be like
you were
pecking at it with my nose.
I believe you were a couple drinks in at the same time, so that might have had a.
So yeah, I might. I mean, this
10
is
a.m.
my wife would love to have Jim's phone.
I take that back.
My wife would love that phone. I'm almost to where I need that phone. I don't need the internet and the Instagram.
I think it's gonna be like it's the electronic version of the tiny house,
and it's useful in hand-to-hand combat. It has a light,
and it's super cool at Star Trek conventions because it looks like the little Scotty. You get a phaser, Jim, and you set the phaser next to that. When you set that on the bar, you're good to go. I mean, as long as you're at a Comic-Con or something, I think you're good to go.
There are very specific circumstances where that's going to work socially.
This is true.
Have you ever used it as a conversation piece with?
It becomes
ladies,
one
friends, yeah.
because like was mentioned before, I host an open mic, so I use this as a light, like Dave said, and usually when you get the light as a comic, that means you have 1 minute left. But they interpret that as now I have 2 minutes left to talk shit directly to the host's face.
Concerning his phone that he just used to give me the light.
Have you considered just bringing a flashlight and you don't have to put up with that grief,
We need to hang out more. That's a great idea.
No, there are alternatives. Do you have light at your home or are you just on candle power?
Yeah, we have it. I'm not that retro.
How does does it sound fine? Like if I call you, I wouldn't know you were on a 10-year-old phone.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds like any other phone. And
that's the key. It's just a phone. This is from the good old days when you just carried a phone. You didn't carry the internet in your pocket. Mm-hmm. What do you do when you're taking a dump in a public restroom? I
do a lot of texting.
Yeah.
So you're saying the dump is extended because of the time you've got to set the text.
Unfortunately, this does not have the snake game or any game.
No game.
So I have to. Yeah, if you hear from me,
like tic-tac-toe on that thing?
Probably. No. Okay. Tic-tac-toe is not.
So if you've initiated the text messaging, I can be fairly sure that you're in the bathroom.
I think that's true of a lot of people. Is that true for you?
No, I usually am. I mean, my phone has games and
I try to restrict it to gaming because I mean half the time I'll do that and then you don't want to time the conversation with the flush. It's always
right. It's always. Do you talk on the phone from the bathroom, Jim?
I did today.
Public restroom or home restroom?
Public.
Wow.
At my work, and I was
urinal or disabled stall.
Disabled stall.
Yeah, of course.
And. This is embarrassing.
Good if you
what if he gets a pass? He says, "Hey, it's all right. I've got a flip phone. I'm allowed to use a handicap stall."
I am.
The phone call I was making. This is true. This happened 20 minutes ago. The phone call I was making was to call my apartment manager for an extension on the rent.
Wait. Yes, because
we're doing this the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
might be related, might not be.
Could be
extension on the rent payment or just extend your lease.
On me paying the rent. Yeah.
See, Mark's responsible, Jim. Mark's always been responsible. What he doesn't understand, that I understand, is you have till the 5th legally to pay your rent. So Jim's waiting till the last second to get that extension, as I used to.
Because he has his priorities. He had to pay for his $20 phone card.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jim is not known for his bank account.
No.
But
the credit agencies know me for my.
He does provide pizza at his open mic.
Did everything go okay with the landlord? If we can,
it went fine. Yeah, because we've been there 5 years.
I'd hate to be making fun of a homeless guy with a flip phone. If you got a house, I'm okay with that.
What's crazy? Homeless people do have better phones than me.
I was just about to bring up the fact that yes, homeless people would even scoff at Jim's phone at this point.
Dude, do you ever do that? Like a homeless guy holds up the sign, "Hey, can you help a brother out?" And you just wave your phone at him,
and then he gives you some money. Like, oh, hey, here.
Nice one, Dave. He's like, "You want this spot by the off ramp?
Sit down. Look, can I make you a sign?"
Yeah. What happened, man? What happened? Let's get into it. And don't tell me nothing. I know that's the wrong answer.
Oh yeah, I'm impressed, Jim. Because
thanks.
I mean, I don't know. Can I ask you? I don't know if it's rude to ask.
Never rude on the show.
Age, but I guess you can ask. How old are you?
39.
Yeah, 39.
So he may be now. Would you think he might be one of the youngest guys in the country with one of the oldest flip phones?
Ooh.
Have you met any? You live by UNR. I'm not saying you hang out with college students.
I'm probably the only under 40 that has a flip phone that is not. Drug dealers don't even have.
No, I don't.
Even they're like
every drug dealer I've ever had a smartphone. Yeah, that's the.
Well, they have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have money.
Plus, they steal people's cell phones.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They have much easier access to smartphones.
Don't pass out around a drug dealer. I'll just say that.
Speaking from experience.
Oh yeah.
But that's the other benefit.
Do you think a drug dealer would steal a flip phone?
Right, that's the other benefit. No. You can pass out around a drug dealer with this phone, no worry.
See, that drug dealers are a little nuts. First of all, most drug dealers are drug users, and they get a little nuts late at night, and like they don't necessarily want your stuff, but they just will take it out of principle. Like they don't want your shoes, but there's
this guy passed out. We have to take something, right? It's sort of like the code.
What are we, a Motel 6? Taking this guy's shoes.
And if we don't at least take his shoes,
we got to set an
example.
Get out.
You know, take his phone. Where's his phone? It's right there.
Yeah.
That's not a phone. That's a toy.
Leave the phone. Get the shoes.
Do you foresee circumstances, Jim, that would having you upgrade to like an actual internet capable smartphone?
I'm thinking,
if
you've thought about it,
if I start dating someone, I'd have to.
Well, it's pretty much chicken before the egg now. Here we're dealing with. So.
Oh, you do.
Cart
good
before
point.
the horse.
Good point.
Why don't you just bring like a stunt phone that doesn't even work? Just like an old broken.
I have one. People have given me. They're all like,
but just
I've got a S4 or whatever.
People are like, please take my smartphone.
I'm not.
We can start a whole new
banking information. You can use that too.
We could start like a podcast charity for phones for
But again, like you're
flip
not
phone people.
You're not. This doesn't bother you. Have that phone, does it? Are you like, I wish I could.
Once a month, I'll be like I need to get into my bank when we were on the road one time. So once a month, or I'll be like, I wonder what time the Batman movie's playing.
Do you ever ask strangers, hey, I only got a flip phone. Could I just borrow your phone for a minute?
Yeah, people at bars. It's happened before.
That's cool, dude. See, I think it's an entree.
It is. I mean, really.
And plus, you got that personality you can kind of ease in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a guy ask me. We've all worked at downtown Reno, and I was walking out of a gate where the open mic is on Wednesday nights, and at 3rd Street, I'll just say at 3rd Street Bar, and I was leaving there, and I was walking back toward the Circus, and a guy asked me, he says, hey, man, can I use your cell phone? Mm-hmm. And I said, I didn't want to give it to him, and I said, I don't have a cell phone. He goes, you got to be kidding me. You don't have a cell phone? And I said, well, apparently you don't either, pal. And then I ran because I was like scared. But yeah, so like if you came up to me and showed me that though and said, hey, can I borrow your cell phone? I'd be like, I might give it to you. Yeah. Like these people, I might clearly here, take it. I'll go on eBay. But it doesn't bother you. This is what I love about Jim.
Yep.
Again, full disclosure, I've known Jim a long time, and Jim's just a go with the flow dude.
Jim is a chill dude, man.
Just relatively happy.
So,
I would have a 401k if I were a little less chill. Probably.
So, what will come first, the 401k or the new phone?
Oh, 401k. Yeah.
See, that's how practical this guy is.
Pragmatic, if nothing else.
Exactly.
Have you even looked at like what is available to you as a smartphone? Do you have one in mind? Or you're like, I'd like the iPhone 3?
Yeah, I was going to say, get up to a 3. Yeah.
3.
Okay, I see the same commercials that you do. It's like the new iPhone 10 is coming out, and half the commercial is you can turn yourself into a dancing unicorn. It's like, kind of dodging a bullet here. How expensive is that? $1,000?
Dude, you know how many months of cell phone he's paying for in the same amount of time it takes a guy to pay off an iPhone 10?
And it's childish shit that they want you to use it for. Like, hey, you didn't used to be able to put yourself in a Britney Spears video. Actually, that would be kind of cool. I do want that.
I think if you
the only way you get in a Britney Spears video, you have to sneak onto the set.
I think you wait 5 more years, and there'll be plenty of opportunities for anybody to be in videos with Britney Spears. I feel like that's not. I feel like you're
Britney Spears coming to the Reno Art.
Every time she has a mental break, I knew this comic once who had this great bit, like when Britney Spears had that mental breakdown, she shaved her head.
Yeah,
and this bit like, that's it, Britney Spears, one step closer to porn.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. I have always had a thing for Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company. Janet, she's got to be 70 now. I probably got a shot with her, right? Her career kind of faded.
Yeah.
If I ran into Joyce DeWitt, let's say she's waiting on me at like a Hardee's or something in Kalispell, Montana. If Mark would take me next time,
She's
I got a
cocktailing
shot
at
at Joyce DeWitt, right? Yeah.
I think you're out of her league.
You think
your
I'm
score
too
is
good for
way
her?
higher than
I'm
Janice.
too
You're
good.
on the air. You're
I think Joyce
correct.
banked a bunch of money back in the day. That was a huge show. John Ritter, let's face it, him and Suzanne got the bulk of the money.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I think Joyce did okay.
You think so?
My buddy
Way
is
to-
actually
way to crush my fantasy.
Yeah, but who says just because she's got money?
This is true.
You know, we should research. She could be living in Boise for all we know.
Might be able to get Joyce DeWitt on this podcast.
What would
Wonder
be
what
the
kind of cell phone
would be the
Joyce
top?
DeWitt
What would be the what would be the record Joyce DeWitt would have that we'd want to get her on here?
Oh,
We gotta come up with
Lord.
She must have the record for how unfamous you could be after being a household name. There used to be like 3 shows on TV, and she was in one of them.
Far you could fall away from the triumvirate of famous people you were with for that 5-year period. As, of course, Ritter stayed hugely famous. Suzanne Summers is still hugely famous, and we don't.
Is she
even
still
know
doing the
about
ab
Joyce
commercials, or what's she up to?
Suzanne is on because my wife watches QVC and Evine. Suzanne is a big home shopping network.
Oh, is
where
she?
She sells
Mogul?
oils and lotions, and she's had 102 facelifts, and she still looks pretty
Good for her,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to Google Joyce DeWitt now as soon as we're done and see what she looks like, and maybe she lives in
See if she's
Boise.
got a flip phone.
Is it
Possible.
Joyce DeWitt's kind of the low self-esteem woman to have a crush on from that show?
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Let me say, Joyce DeWitt, Kate Jackson, out of all the beautiful Charlie's Angels, the tall, like almost Bruce Jenner looking one. Always, I like the ugly girl because I feel like the relatively ugly girl, I should say. No one on television is ugly, but when you're talking about. Yeah, and you're right. It might. I never considered that it might come from my low self-esteem.
Joyce DeWitt was perky and
maybe
cute.
he has an old crappy cell phone. He has a lot of insight.
Yes, right. See, well, we're sitting here.
Low self-esteem.
We have,
well, you talk about it on stage. It's not like some secret.
I'm proud of it.
Breaking news.
Yeah, most of us just hide our shame and low self-esteem. Dave revels in it.
I do. I revel.
Yeah. See, while we're sitting here goofing around, playing 4-letter on our phone, you're pondering life. You're actually
get
thinking
much more
about
time to
So this is the lesson we want to. This podcast is really wants to impart some wisdom of Jim Fleming and say, you know what? Just turn off the smartphone once in a while and get smart. That's all. Yeah. Don't judge a man by his flip phone.
Yeah, let's connect in the real world.
Yeah.
That person you see on the street being pushed in a laundry cart, find out what her story is.
Except for, make sure that you listen to this podcast, which you need probably a smartphone for.
Oh, that's true.
If you want to subscribe, I don't know how we're doing it because it's the first show. So
well, you'll figure it out.
We'll add some addendum. Dave will throw that in.
Yeah, if you want to listen, if you listen to this podcast, you probably should have been in the room right now.
The 3 of us will equal the people who will probably hear this podcast. Yeah,
I've heard you.
How are you going to spread it around? You're on a damn freaking flip phone. How are you going to? You'll lose your
Facebook.
Do you have a laptop?
Yeah.
See, so
what tablet? I'm online all day.
You have a tablet, like a stone tablet, or a real? You rocking a Commodore 64 at the house?
I just realized I'm the Joyce DeWitt of this particular triumvirate of this podcast.
What?
I'm the Joyce DeWitt.
Am I the upstairs neighbors?
Who's Suzanne Summers is my question.
There is no Suzanne Summers, maybe. Jim is definitely
you're flowing along.
I'm Don Knotts. I'm the oldest one here.
No, you could be the Ritter. You're the cool guy.
Yeah.
You got the most TV credits.
I don't want to be Ritter.
Definitely the Ritter.
Poor guy died
Mr.
prematurely.
Furley, was that the guy from the
Don Knotts?
What's going on in here?
Yeah. My buddy's his daughter's roommate, Karen Knotts.
Really?
Yeah.
See, you're the famous one. You're definitely the Suzanne Summers.
That. Can you think of any worse 2 degrees of separation? My buddy's roommates with Don Knotts' daughter, but she's a nice lady. Karen Knotts she does like a one-woman show about her dad.
I can think of a worse one. I opened for Dana Carvey's kids. So
may I just say I've also worked with Dana Carvey's kids. So yeah, we're
Tom and Dex. I love
Tom and Dex.
But,
yeah. Well, I haven't worked with Dex, only Tom.
Oh, only Tom.
So you're already ahead of me.
You. I worked them as a team. They're a team now. So.
Yeah,
that's just
the Carvey boys.
Maybe I'm not the Janet. Maybe I'm the Priscilla Barnes.
Hey, wait!
After.
Don't be hiding the phone. The thing's going off. We wanted to know it worked. His phone, started buzzing.
It was notifying me there was a
It was the.
notifying you that it's 2018 and time to upgrade.
No, it had
phone.
the game show thing for the missed question. What was that one from?
Oh yeah.
What show was that?
Pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pyramid when you like actually like said the word that you like
When it
things that things you
when
play in a
got the
baseball
word
game.
right.
Yeah.
Things
home
that
plate.
Things that prevent you from getting laid. A flip phone in 2018.
So how many ringtones on that? You working on that thing?
Well, there's 5.
Wow, multiple ringtones.
One is a little south of the border. One's kind of like a cool dance beat, like.
I want this thing now.
Yeah.
If this,
then one just sounds like your mom waking you up. Yeah.
Jim, got a job. Get out of my damn house. You're fucking 39 years old.
Oh, Mom. Temp agency is supposed to call me today.
My flip phone died again. They ruined battery. How long does it take to charge that thing?
I don't own a charger. This thing is mostly battery. That's the greatest thing about it. It never loses a charge.
How is this possible? The phone.
That's why it's so heavy. It's just pure battery. It does nothing else but.
When is the last time you charged the phone?
Last week. Yeah.
Dude, this guy's going to survive
in your front pocket.
Yeah.
Right by the jewels.
I would be getting
safe.
I'd get over to the clinic.
Oh,
right now.
that's a good point.
I feel like that's safe.
This is probably an emitting radon as we speak.
4-pound NiCad battery right next to your junk.
Well, so you borrow your family charger? Is there someone still have the charger that works on that?
There's always one lying around the house. Yeah.
How's there one just lying around the house when it's a 10-year-old?
Fleming apple doesn't fall far from the tree, apparently.
I think they have like a stash of these. Like I think they're I think you got a whole collection. You're really.
Yeah.
In fact, there's not just one flip phone. It's the Fleming flip phone family.
Well played.
Well, anything else we need to cover?
I think
before we wrap this up, I think we've really hit the flip phone on the.
We found out. I think we started this to sort of make fun of Jim's flip phone. And I think we've all found out a little bit about ourselves.
Yeah,
I love Joyce DeWitt. Mark's the most famous, and Jim, because he's not
Jim is a sage.
Stuck with his face in his phone all the time. Is very sage and insightful.
Dude, I had the best time with Jim. We just worked at the Jokers in Tri-Cities.
Yeah, I love that gig.
And we were there, and Jim is he's just so like a free spirit. Like they're out there salsa dancing, and Jim was just practicing the moves, just kind of doing the step. And then remember the one guy?
I wanted to be asked to dance. It's true.
I know, yeah. But it's the Latino culture. The women do not ask the men.
That's
but
right.
That was just such an awesome. Remember that moment where they have like the producer there has like a ringer, like a muy macho guy, right?
Yes.
And he just. He comes across, he's a little out of shape, right? He's kind of like a Jose Canseco type guy, like in his day, he was doing 40-40.
He's got a little beer gut, like.
Yeah, just a little bit but fucking macho. And he just looked at this lady at this table and he just beckoned her. Remember that? Yeah. It was like the eyes.
You gotta know how to becken somebody.
I could never do that. I have zero game.
And he's wearing an old T-shirt tucked into his jeans.
Yep.
But the dude had moves when they got going.
He's
it was
wearing
unbelievable.
cowboy boots for some reason.
Yes, he had the cowboy boots, right? And the when I was there, he had
confidence.
He had the fancy pockets on the jeans, like the shiny stuff in the pockets. And
you know it.
Nailing it, man.
You've seen it.
I had that confidence and his confidence carrying that flip phone.
And you're right. That's what I have always found. Like I liked about Jim too is he has sort of still this like a childlike wonder about things.
Oh, thank you.
And he's not afraid to just be like, I'm going to go out there and do a little salt,
he's kind of like a childlike curiosity.
Jim joined us at karaoke a month or 6 weeks ago. I don't know. We were at karaoke, and it was another comic that we know, Adam Stone, and we were at karaoke. And Jim came down, and Jim did a killer 4 minutes of comedy, and then sang a song, and sang the song well also. And the comedy was great.
We did the Christmas karaoke at Christmas Eve.
Oh, don't
Tri-Cities.
Yes, Simple Minds.
Oh, don't you forget about me.
Oh, and Mark did this old school rap that was freaking so funny.
Cameo, Word Up. Yeah.
Word Up.
Oh, okay, because we're going to karaoke in Boise.
1991.
Okay.
Now
you should come up this weekend in Boise, the weekend of the 22nd to the 26th.
I love Boise.
Yeah.
See, Reno is the low self-esteem version of Boise. If we can get away from the fucking gambling.
It's Junior. It's the AAA Boise.
So
Boise is Reno without the casino.
I apologize to Reno, but I love Reno.
It's holding us back, man. It really is.
We need to take our careers to the next level. I'll move to Nampa.
Take
Kuna.
If you took Reno and extracted the 2-story motor lodges and put new buildings with like tech startups in there. Boise's kind of going that way.
It's the baby Boise. It's the junior Spokane. Yeah. But it still has its own charm, though. So, and especially
it has Jim Fleming.
Especially we got our beloved Jim Fleming here. So, thank you so much for
thank you guys
coming
for
out, taking time out of your busy schedule of not charging your flip phone.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Where's your open mic?
Sunday nights, 8 p.m. at the library on West 2nd Street.
Formerly the Waterfall for longtime Reno residents.
An actual library.
Now the library. Yes, there'll be no book reading, but there will be plenty
there's
of
not
laughs.
even books allowed.
Though they don't even allow reading material. Though I like the idea of having an actual open mic in a library, so that like someone could just all the time be telling those guys, shh. I like that idea. All right, Sunday nights at the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
when are you guys playing?
social media? Anything?
No, just
Facebook somewhere. No.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/Jim Fleming.
Yeah,
James or Jim?
James.
Well, I figured it'd be Jim because it's extra.
It's got to hit more keys to type in James.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to this airing sometime in the near future. It'll be aired during 2018 calendar year.
Sweet.
Before the phone dies. All right. Well, that wraps up our premiere episode. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have Jim here. Of course, Dave, great job.
Thank you.
Man, this guy, well, he's, we've got to get a shout out to Dave. He's been in the radio game for years, and he shows why.
Does everything media.
Yeah, dude. Comedy, voiceover work, interviewer. And
writer.
He was interviewing major.
I interviewed
Bill
Dennis
Burr,
Miller
Dennis
for a
Miller.
magazine. I write my own column for a magazine. And I would guess, I don't want to be, I'm taking a guess here. Sometime probably March or April, I'll be back working at Olive Garden. So.
And he can waiter. He brings some of the best endless pasta bowls in the business.
I'm telling you what, if you want mozzarella sticks, come see me. Olive Garden.
Well,
Chili's.
thank you guys for joining us, and look forward to the next. How does that happen?
If that remains the name, we don't.
Subject to change.